Orlamar back with another Grand Arena video. My opponent, something Russian looking. Take a look. He looks like he's fairly heavy defensively, 132 defensive wins. His SWGOH.GG account showed different defenses each round, so that's kind of fun. A lot of good relics. Looks like 8 solid relics. A Malik, 5-star. Some clones. Let's see what we got here. So I went a little bit lighter on defense because I wasn't sure what he was going to do. So we've got my Bosk Bounty Hunters, my Karth Old Republic, my Newt Separatists, and my Geos up front. And then I hid my Darth Revan in the back, hoping that he'd waste a part of his Darth Revan team in the front, because I noticed he breaks that up too. And then I put my Millennium Falcon Arena fleet in the fleet area, thinking he probably doesn't have a fleet to beat that. We've got Shakti clones and Geos up front, so fairly strong. And then Padme and Jedi Knight Revan, so strong as well. So let's take a look at this Padme. I wanted to see if I could do an Empire counter to it. Her speed is 254, so my Vader would for sure go first. But then I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get Palpatine, and Vader would have gone first, and then I think Thrawn would have gone second, but I couldn't have isolated Padme fast enough. So I decided to go undersized with my own Padme team and just kind of count on him not having his Darth Revan team in the back. And even if he did, then I knew there wasn't much of a chance that he was going to clear my Darth Revan in the back, because he put so much of his team, or so many of his good teams that could clear it on defense here. So yeah, unfortunately Padme got that big shot off on Anakin, so we lost a couple banners there. 59 would have been 61 if she didn't get that big shot off. Then we'll just do another mirror match here. This Jedi Knight Revan squad doesn't have Yoda at all. It's just got a relic Jedi Knight Revan, so we can go pretty far undersized. There's no damage threat on this team. Jedi Knight Revan does some damage at relic levels, but I think he's only relic 2, so I'm not worried about that with my relic Jolie at all. So we'll just go in 3-man here. I decided to mark Jolie because he has gear 11, and that did absolutely no damage. I really wanted to mark him because I thought I could burn Savior fairly quickly with him at that low gear level. And then he'd still be marked so that I could continue to go after him. But the mark ran out after I triggered Savior, and then they've got their 2 taunters there. So that didn't work out as I had hoped. I could have probably just triggered Savior on Juhani a little bit quicker, and it would have been a little bit easier. But oh well, now we can focus on Jolie, get him out of there, and let's get Bastila out of here. I don't like having her battle meditation up because then Jedi Knight Revan can counter. Trying to figure out who I can heal up as much as possible and get attacks out of turn, but I don't know that it's going to happen here because both Yoda and Jedi Knight Revan were missing some. So 60 banners, yeah, they were both missing some protection. And we've got Karth and Bounty Hunters in the back, both over 90 KGP, some gear 12s on them. Check Bosk's speed, and he is only single Zeta'd, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's go back up top, make sure we can clear this clone team. There's no Zeta on 5s, so a lot of people still go after him, but he's the tankiest of them, and he counterattacks. So when there's no Zeta on 5s, it's so much easier if you just target one of their weaker clones, take him out, and then 5 sacrifices, and then you can take them all out again. So I'm going after Echo because he's got the least health and protection, and he's gone, and therefore 5s is gone. And now Echo's gone from counterattacks. Now, the problem is Shakti is the relict one here. I would like to go after Shakti first in this matchup, usually, but I wanted to just get rid of some characters first. So now every time I hit one of the clones, Shakti gains turn meter, so I want to just get her out of there as soon as possible. I've already lost some protection on old Ben, so that's not great, but and counterattacks are making it so it's harder for me to recover my protection, and 59 banners, lost a couple banners from protection there, but that's all right. Then we've got Geos up next. Just want to make sure we can get to the back zone. I've got my Night Sisters left, so we'll just take them in. This is not a matchup I like to do undersized for. Probably could against this Geo squad. Just leave Talia out, but I just don't like to risk it. With weaker characters, they tend not to target my DACA anyway, so you see they go after Zombie a lot, and they go after Talia a lot, and then unfortunately we got that counterattack against Asajj, so she lost some protection. But we've still got DACA full, and we've still got Talzin full, so let's see if we can keep them that way. Trying to get as many stuns as possible, avoid hitting the Brute, and avoid hitting Sunfac because they counter. Right at the end there, the Brute hit or counterattacked against Talzin, so that cost us an extra banner, but 56 is not a bad outcome there. Against Karth, I don't have a ton left. I've got Nest if I need to, but I don't know how well Nest would do against this team, because they all go fast and they have a stun, and yeah, so we'll go in with Bastila. I took in Kanan because I don't trust this team to have enough damage to get through Zalbar right away, and with all the assisting and protection recovery that they have, I was worried that they might be able to chew through one of my characters, and I don't have any revive mechanics or anything like that, so I missed on one of my dispels early on, which really hurt things quite a bit, but was able to get Master's Training up on Kanan, trying to get ability or buff immunity on Zalbar. Didn't land, so now we're just trying to get rid of I tried to get rid of Karth because he's a little bit weaker than Mission, even though I would like to get rid of Mission right away, and Canderous for that matter. Ability blocks don't really do much for me, unfortunately, because really their best attacks are their basic attacks here. So trying to stop the AoE and Armor Shred from coming out from Zalbar. We've got 13 dots on Kanan, so that's not great. We'll dispel those and put some protection up. Let's see if we can get rid of Mission as soon as possible. I get some counterattacks. Those hurt. And see if we can buff up and get some. Now we've got Master's Training on all 3. Dispel. Hopefully Mission comes out of stealth. Perfect. Let's get her out of here as soon as possible. Well, ability block. I don't know why I did that. It looked like Mission was at full health, I don't think she actually is, but now she might be. So that kind of, oh, no, she wasn't quite, because if she had been at full health, then Zalbar would have taunted there. So we got a little bit lucky there. We'll taunt, try to keep Ezra alive. And yeah, this is a little dicey, because if we lose Ezra, we lose our main source of damage here. And it would be a pretty tough matchup after that. So luckily he's staying alive. Trying to use abilities to get protection up on him. Probably could have called in Kanan there to assist instead, just to get a little more protection up. Now we healed up, and we should be good. 58 banners. A little closer than I would have liked, but we get a win with some decent banners. Bounty Hunters, I've got my Palpatine team. We'll just go in full size. AoE, dispel the one with the most debuffs to get our turn meter up on everybody. And I screwed up there. I kind of fat-fingered Scion there. I meant to give that to Treya so that Treya could isolate Bosk. Instead, I was stuck using Scion. And then I could have fractured Zam if I had done that right. But instead, she gets all her thermals off. And now we've got time bombs on everybody. And we're going to lose a lot of protection here. So I'm not really worried about the match yet, but it doesn't take much for me to worry about that too from this point. So we'll give it to Palpatine, get some more stuns out there. We got a stun on Dengar, which is awesome. And trying to control turn meter, get ability blocks and shocks all around. Dengar's getting a lot of debuffs for him. I'm not used to that, but I guess he's got that tenacity down, which I don't know where that came from. Does Scion do that? I don't know. Maybe it was from Treya, but get some stuns. A lot of those are 2-turn stuns because they had shock. You start getting the shocks back around. I thought I needed to heal protection on Palpatine there, so I gave turn meter to him. I probably could have given it to somebody else. Didn't want to use my mass stun there yet because most of them are already stunned. And now we're starting to work on Vader's protection. See if we can get that back. We've got shock on everybody. Let's get rid of Zam. Let's keep those stuns coming. Let's work on Dengar since he's got shock and we can work on him. Held by Hatred. I don't know that I've ever done that in Grand Arena. Nobody's got ability block that I can stun, but we're able to stun anyway with Palpatine. Now let's see if we can recover on Vader. Looks like one more and we'll be good on Vader. Let's get a stun on Cad Bane. Keep those shocks up, isolate, kind of stall here, trying to get back to another turn for Scion. I thought that would recover more protection for Scion, and I thought Vader could recover some protection there, but I forgot he doesn't do that at all. So only 57 banners, probably could have gotten 58, but oh well. 273,000 GP fleet. I've got my backup fleet here. It's a pretty high GP fleet though, so should be able to go in with just this, but we'll bring in Plo too, just in case we need to recover health and protection. So we'll try for a big hit on Biggs, get him out as soon as possible, just because I don't want him to recover his health and protection when they bring in somebody like TIE Advanced. And they got quite a few hits on Anakin there, so that's kind of concerning. But we're able to take out their second ship. I think that was First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot, something like that. Let's get rid of Xanadu Blood, and we're good. 63 banners. And then my opponent hasn't attacked at this point yet. So we'll take a look, collect my feats, and see where we're at. It's still early, so our rank's going to be a little better than it should be, but 15 at this point. And then we'll come back later and see if they've attacked. They have. Let's see the damage. 2 battles against my bounty hunters. That's kind of surprising. 1 battle against my Karth team. Tried 2 times against the Falcon fleet. Couldn't get past it. So that paid off. They were able to get Biggs and Phantom out. So let's see. On the bottom, 1 battle against my Newt team and 1 battle against my Geo team. 2 battles against my Ewoks. That's their first hold ever. But 1 battle against my, or 2 battles against my Sith Empire. I couldn't get past it. So I'm wondering if he did split off part of his Sith Empire team and to use in the front wall as well. So another win. Yay.